ELO, the acronym for Electric Light Orchestra. Out of the Blue is the album tonight we're covering, or that is on deck, on Life Revisited, a musical journey. The premise of the show is to introduce you to or reintroduce you to great music, in my opinion. And of course, your homework is to go to YouTube and dial up the album Out of the Blue. It's a double album from 1977. It's the reason why I put that album on this show. And of course, any songs that I mentioned, go to YouTube, dial them up. You'll thank me later. I, of course, am here with my producer, Billy, and his girlfriend, Darla. Their other quest to go to every state in the Union and find out what the most popular food is. Today, they are in, let me get your email. They're in Michigan at Mike's famous ham place. You know I don't like ham. Every Easter and Christmas, I have salmon. Sorry. Anyway, that's where they're at, and they're having the Detroit ham. They're in Detroit. Smoked, bone-in, spiral cut ham slices on an onion roll with Swiss yellow mustard, lettuce, and tomato. If I liked ham, I would probably like that. That's all I can really say. In the ongoing beer can collection series, today we have a special mention for a bottle because it brings back memories. Mickey's Wide Mouth Malt Liquor. I recently saw this on Facebook. I believe it was a post with Bill Schmitz, Pete Creasher, and Mike Simo, Prospect High School. Hello. And so I had to bring that on there. So not a can, it's a bottle. It'll do the trick. And of course, stereo lights and stereo equipment. Bang & Olufsen. Same from the last show. I'll get some more, but that's me walking into a stereo store in the late 70s, early 80s, and not being able to afford that. Very cool, though. So anyway, moving right along, what do we have here? So ELO, and I do have a story about ELO. The first song that I ever heard from ELO, I remember, and I don't remember exactly where and when, but I do remember it. It was Turn to Stone, and it's on this album. It's a double album. I think I already told you that. First song on the album, the double album from 1977. So that was the first song I heard, and I'm like, wow, that's a unique sounding group. And the reason they are a unique sounding group is, if you remember, later on, you'd see a special or a band, a rock band, use an orchestra in the background. I remember seeing Metallica with an orchestra in the background. I remember seeing Eric Clapton with a orchestra in the background. And who was the original rock band with an orchestra in the background? Electric Light Orchestra, for crying out loud. And here's the so anyway, here's the instruments that they use. They have a string trio of cellos, a saxophone, a French horn, a violin, besides the ordinary, bass, keyboards, drums, etc. What a unique sounding band. I remember hearing Turn to Stone and saying to myself, this is a unique sounding band. I need all of their albums. So that's that. My ELO spring break story is, because I've been to Texas now, driving through twice. One from north to south, one from east to west. And I remember going across east to west on my way to California. And I remember the vast expanse that is Texas. Driving down the highway, there's no trees on either side, and you can see forever, all the way to the mountains. And they had the coolest storms. There would be storms with clouds and lightning, and you could see it all from 100 miles away. It was the coolest thing, I thought. And north to south, going to South Padre Island, sometime in college on spring break, and we were in a car by my friend Carlos, and his car was bigger than my baby blue Buick LeSabre. Huge car. And we were listening to ELO in Texas on the way down. That's my memory of that. So, what else do we have? We have, songs you need to look up, dial up on YouTube. Besides Turn to Stone and the rest of the album, is Evil Woman, and Don't Bring Me Down. Groosh, I think it's a weird word. It's a made-up word just because he needed a space. I think it's GROOS or something like that. Google that if you need to know it. And then Turn to Stone, of course. Living Thing, Telephone Line, and Strange Magic. Those are all songs on the Greatest Hits albums that you need to look up that are fantastic. And then frequent contributor Paul Kobler put on Fire on High as something you should listen to, which is a good song. So I think that is it for today. So on behalf of myself, Marqua, and my producer Billy and his girlfriend Darla, this has been Life Revisited, a musical journey. As usual, how now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? And I hear you clucking, big chicken. And scene. And of course, if you need me, I will be in a van down by the river. I believe next time we have on deck, and I said this on the last show, I think we're going Steve Miller Band. So that should be next, unless something else comes up. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.